Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos Vault and welcome to my walk around video of the Ducati XDiavel. Starting off with the Dinopedia, for those of you who think that the Diavel is the only cruiser that Ducati have launched till date, well, you need to know that their first ever cruiser model was actually the Indiana, launched way back in 1986. Also, for those who aren't aware, the word Diavel means the devil in Bolognese dialect. Now, this name emerges from the dark demeanor and the sinister appearance that defines the design theme behind the Diavel. Long story short, the Diavel continues to remain my favorite motorcycle for the unique styling it introduced into the world of motorcycling. Though the world had witnessed classic cruisers or even sports cruisers, the Diavel was something completely different, which is why it was called a power cruiser, a bike that packs in the powerful soul of a superbike in the bodywork of a cruiser. And mind you, the Diavel was never a run-of-the-mill cruiser design. The design is as different and as unique as how Weeknd's songs are compared to that of Justin Bieber. Also, not many might be aware that the Diavel is among the very few motorcycles to have had the great privilege of getting an AMG Edition back in the year 2012. The Diavel AMG Special Edition featured splendid forged 5-spoke wheels, carbon fiber air vents with aluminium trimming, an all-new sports exhaust, and a seat with horizontally ribbed seat upholstered in Alcantara. The frame, the tank, and the passenger seat cover come in AMG's diamond white color, contrasting the opaque black theme of the carbon fiber. Further underscoring the model's exclusivity, each bike was numbered and had a plate mounted on the engine carrying the signature of the worker who manually calibrated the desmodronic system timing. Now, this particular AMG model puts out a max power of 162 bhp and a max torque of 127.5 Newton meters, which is pretty badass for any cruiser for that matter. Well, today I feature the XDiavel, the Italian cruiser which has already won the European Red Dot Award for the year 2016, along with the prestigious Good Design Award for the year 2016 as well. The XDiavel retains the actual dark essence of the original Diavel, but now gets a more streamlined bodywork to make it look a lot leaner and more meaner than ever before. Ducati call this a bike that combines absolute style with cutting-edge technology, and they go ahead and term this as a technocruiser, which seems to be the right way of describing this radical new age cruiser. The bike gets full LED lighting along with the DRL, thereby lending the bike a formidable stance when viewed from the front. At the back, the tail lamp lights up and the bike looks like a spaceship with the thrusters on. We then have the 3.5-inch TFT color display for the instrument cluster that looks absolutely gorgeous. The entire design of the bike is like an art form from the outer space. It feels as if the predators visited our planet and left their bike behind. Now, this is something that the Italians are known for because they never limit their imagination or make any compromises whatsoever when it comes to designing their motorcycles or even cars for that matter. Maybe they have a picture of Monica Bellucci right in front of them each time they sit to design a vehicle, which is why every bike or car coming from Italy turns out to be the very definition of beauty. Now that we've talked about the form, let's talk about the function. The monstrous 1262cc liquid-cooled L-twin engine spits out a max power of 152 bhp at 9500 rpm and a max torque of 126 Newton meters at 5000 rpm, and this comes mated to a 6-speed gearbox. The Testa Stretta DVT 1262 engine, wherein Testa Stretta means a narrow head in English and DVT stands for Desmodronic Variable Timing. Now, this promises an incredibly full yet fluidic flow of torque right from the word go, with the performance getting better as the revs climb up. The ride-by-wire system allows the ideal power level to be configured depending on the respective riding mode selected. We get 3 riding modes to choose from. The urban mode, as the name suggests, is meant for city rides. The power in this mode is reduced to 100 bhp, traction control is set at level 6, and the ABS profile is set to safe and stable such that it is easier for you to ride through the city traffic. The touring riding mode enables the engine to supply all of its 152 bhp but with a soft and easy to handle power curve. The DTC or Ducati traction control here is set to level 4, and the ABS is on safe and stable profile to offer a pleasant and relaxed riding experience. The sport riding mode is like a Deadpool movie with no limitations whatsoever. The engine unleashes all of its 152 horses in a precise and sophisticated manner such that you can experience the flawless performance of the XDiavel without any compromise. The sport mode reduces the DTC to level 2 and sets the ABS to sport mode. Talking about the brakes, we get twin 320mm discs up front with Brembo monoblock 4-piston M432 calipers. At the back, we get a single 265mm disc with 2-piston floating calipers. Please note that we get Bosch cornering ABS as standard equipment on this bike, which is outstanding. Talking about the suspension, we get adjustable super chunky 50mm upside down front forks, and at the back we get a monoshock that is adjustable for preload and rebound. Now another USP of this bike is the single sided swing arm, which along with the tubular steel trellis frame helps the bike excel when it comes to handling. No wonder the bike boasts of a sport bike type lean angle of 40 degrees, which is extremely impressive for a cruiser. Another thing to note here is that the XDiavel uses belt final drive, and the advantages that we get from this are reduced vibration and noise levels, low maintenance, and a nice and fluidic response when opening up the throttle, which is exactly what we hope for from a cruiser. Talking about the tires, we get 17-inch wheels at both ends with a 120/70 tire up front and a super fat 240/45 tire at the back. What's more, we even get Pirelli Diablo Rosso 2 tires that offer supreme road grip. With a seat height of 755mm, it should be quite comfortable for shorter and average height riders. Add to this the 147 ergonomic configurations that can be done on this bike such that this bike fits you like a tailored suit. We get 7 seat options, 7 foot peg options, and 3 handlebar options to choose from, which is quite insane. Talking about the electronic aids, we get the Ducati safety pack comprising of cornering ABS from Bosch, Ducati traction control, as well as different riding modes. We also get the Ducati power launch feature along with ride-by-wire and cruise control. Tank capacity is 18 liters, which is decent enough to offer good tank range. The ex-showroom price here in India for the XDiavel is around rupees 16.48 lakhs, which is still quite reasonable for the kind of unique styling, the electronic aids, and the Italian flair that this bike oozes. Hopefully, I'll get to ride this bike someday, but for now, this wraps up my walk-around review of the XDiavel. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and ride safe.